Greetings summoners, this is Yknits bringing you a general support guide establishing dominance. Today I'm going to be going over how to play when you get behind in lane to support. For this specific game, Janna does not connect till 2 minutes and 20 seconds and Ashe does not connect till 3 minutes and 5 seconds. This results in lower jungle pressure, free farm bot lane for the initial stages, and our blue buff being open to the enemy jungler. On top of being, in addition to this, our bot lane it just gets behind in levels initially and in gold. And today I'm going to be showing you how to get past such disadvantages as these, and now we're going to start. Just general, we have our Kha'Zix guy in our blue and Evian guy in our red. Now let's preparing to do that. Now let's pretend to do his blue. Alistair's getting ready to invade our bot lane's twin golems, but due to connection issues, he's getting baited and outsmarted. Lee Sin's just going to do red. Nautilus is doing blue. Unfortunately, Nautilus's blue gets stolen by Twitch's passive. Okay, so Lee Sin's just trying to gain as much CS and farm as possible in this matchup. So I start heading down, and here's where the first big thing happens. Lee Sin gets pulverized into headbutt by... Sorry, my bad. He gets pulverized into headbutt by Alistair. I'm forced to exhaust Twitch for one or two reasons. If I didn't exhaust Twitch there, one or two things would happen. Either Lee Sin would be forced to recall because his life would get so low from the expunge, or I'd be doing a 1v2 lane against double buff Twitch. And neither of those are options I can handle. Okay, so Lee Sin's going all in because he saw Ashe coming in, but he's seeming to forget that they still had exhaust. I didn't, and I was still level 1, and Ashe was level 1, and they were about at 3. On top of that, they had the large minion advantages. Okay, so right now, here is where I charge my tornado. The reason I'm doing this is because not only am I getting some damage on the pushing minion wave, I'm not getting Twitch up and all those minions, so for a brief duration, all those caster minions are not even doing damage to our waves, so it's slowing down the push, as well as getting low enough for after I storm shield Ashe for her volley to kill some of them and get the rest quite low so that she can clear the majority, and there she's managing to get the CS she desperately needs. And just gonna fast forward, we're just doing nothing but trading and mostly just farming right now. I'm fitting an auto attack in the queue whenever I can afford to, and just trying to make sure Ashe keeps up in the farm and XP so that the gap gets closed. Okay, so Lee Sin's getting ready to go down. I'm pink warding right here, specifically so that Lee Sin has 2 gang paths right now, and if he needs to go back, they won't see him, they won't know that he was near bot before. So getting the Howling Gale on Alistair, and we're just getting as much down to apply. We know we can't get a kill here, but we're just applying as much pressure as possible, get him in low, forcing him to use the mana bots, and just generally put our lane back in the game. And so now we're where we don't need help, although Lee Sin stays a bit too long. Doesn't really do much, and just absorbing a little bit of XP, although that part's doesn't matter as much. It's just we didn't need him to be there, and they actually almost got another kill on Lee Sin because he was being greedy. And luckily Ashe gets a nice hawk shot right as Nautilus was heading down, although we are about back out anyway, so it's not that relevant. Okay, so we're just running back into lane while bot lane's recalling. We're getting as much of these minions as possible. I chose to stay at my 1 ward to further my build. I chose this specifically because we're just trying to freeze the lane just out of tower range. We're being as safe as possible, and we don't expect much to be happening because their jungler is obviously assuming that bot lane's already won because of the connection issues, which can be a fatal mistake. Okay, so in here, Alistair got the knock-up. Twitch ulted. He wasted 2 of his ult's autos on me, and because of that, he had no chance of killing Ashe. Although Ashe, for some reason, decided afterwards, after I already shielded her, to pop her heal and then to recall, so she just wasted it. If Twitch got 2 autos, both those extra oils on Ashe, she would almost guarantee die. If Ashe still didn't use the heal early enough and Twitch got 1 more auto, she definitely would have died. And yeah, so just waiting for Ashe to get back in lane. And just, yeah, we're just generally trying to keep Twitch off our tower, shield the tower, and shield Ashe to secure the CS. And now right over here we see that bot lane's we let them know that bot lane's going up. I'm just going to be rewinding a bit so we can see more from the start. So Lee Sin was trying a dive. Alistair and Twitch are busy heading up. And okay, Alistair headbutts Lee Sin into cannon ult, getting Lee Sin low, and instead of what most players would do and try and shield to the Nivea, Lee Sin makes a much smarter decision of flashing towards the enemy tower and shielding to a minion to get a safe distance and not risk giving the enemy bot lane the advantage that they would need to pressure us further and stop us from getting back in the game. Over here, they just try and make a play mid. They don't really do much, and they decide that they don't really care enough to do dragon. That they didn't want to risk making dragon because they felt we'd be able to. I assume they felt we'd be able to regroup in time. Okay, Alistair would makes us think about whether or not going back would be a right idea. And just, yeah, just generally farming right now, not doing very much. And just protecting the tower as much as we can. Lee Sin is preparing to head down. He's coming from behind. Okay, I got the tornado on Twitch, but Ashe misses the ult. Alice's headbutt actually really helped us. He positioned Lee Sin for a really good ult, but because of Ashe's ionization, if you see, she just has the Vamp Scepter, Doran Blade, Dagger boots. She has almost no AD in her build, so without that Ashe arrow, we just simply did not have enough damage. Okay, they just stopped me from recalling. I'm not too worried about that because they're gonna be they unfortunately, because of the push out, they're able to get dragon, which secures a 2k gold lead. I accidentally pathed all the way to mid without thinking, and that's something you just generally don't want to do. I'm just pinking there. I've just been like very safe with my ward placements, like. Well, not safe, I just haven't been using as much wards as I should. But that's not because of like not using enough wards, that's simply because in this situation I deemed it unimportant because I knew we're just staying in the lane. Neither of us are leaving the lane. We're just staying here as long as possible, prolonging the lane phase as long as we can because sure, Twitch has its strong damage output, but me and Ashe have so much utility. Okay, and here, just gonna go back. This is okay. Lee Sin is getting ready to come down. Okay, so here you see as Lee Sin comes down, Alistair does his combo onto Alistair done his combo onto Ashe, but Lee Sin comes, he shields to me as I knock up Twitch with my Q. I step slightly back and I monsoon Twitch. I monsoon Twitch into the Ashe arrow, showing that Janna is very, very good at impersonating Alistair. And we secure that kill on Twitch, and after a play like that, you know Ashe will swoon for my monsoon. And so yeah, I just got this. Yes, Ashe definitely is caught up, and also importantly, Lee Sin grabbed the kill, but Lee Sin back of the game because he was falling behind Nautilus. And just making sure I'm getting this nice ward coverage. I got the banana brush, I got dragon, and I got tri-brush, and mid has, this is an aqua ward, doesn't really do much, but it still does a little bit. Just if our minion waves push back, it can just give us a slight amount of vision. And so generally just laning, extended lane phase, stopping the push, queuing when the wave gets too close, and just generally want to keep this tower up. And okay, yeah, this is, we see Nautilus. If I boots, I could have performed this fight much better. But so basically, I'm just trying to kite Nautilus just out of auto attack range. I sidestep his hook. Unfortunately, he gets that auto into the Alistair combo, and he even ults me. So I know I'm gonna die. I have no hope. I'm trying to kite as long as possible. And if Ashe used the arrow a little earlier, then it would have worked a lot better. We're about to trade 2 for 2, so it's already what we call a good trade. And but then Lee Sin and Nivea agreed on Nautilus' cannons going down, and it ends up being a 2 for 2 trade, with Nautilus getting away and Cannon killing Lee Sin. But even then, we get the majority of bot tower down, and Anivia secures enemy blue buff, so objectively we won a 2 for 2 significantly. And here, okay, I'm gonna go back to status. This is where the Alistair makes a really huge misplay that will cost the team quite greatly. Alistair's heading down. Instead of their teams coming to DPS Dragon, instead of helping DPS Dragon, this isn't Baron, it doesn't take that long to finish. Alistair instead favors clearing wards and coming from behind Dragon, giving Lee Sin just enough time to run all the way from base to Dragon because Alistair was not helping doing the DPS. If he did, there's no, we had absolutely no chance of getting the Dragon. And here Nautilus is tunneling Anivia while Ken is tunneling me and just staying right out, and I'm just keeping him right out of my range. And Ashe and Lee Sin managed to go on Alistair killing him, and then Lee Sin actually somehow manages to bait Twitch's barrier with that Q, and then just walks away as Riven comes, and we just throw in the Howling Gale just so make sure they can't pursue. And we know Kennen knows we're there, but we know Kennen's there, and Lee Sin like ults him partially away, so he's just near the wall, and I'll flash just to be safe, but with the Exorb, he has no kill potential now, and he'll just die. And Riven, they know, they can't pursue, and so we just picked up Dragon and a 3 for 0, so this puts us ahead in the game. And so, yeah, Ashe is just farming, she's pushing down the bot tower, while Anivia pushed down the mid. So we're just so ahead now. Well, not so ahead. We're a couple K ahead. Okay, so Kha'Zix had just picked off Kennen, off screen, so to speak. And okay, so I'm just gonna go back a bit. Go back right before we pick off Kennen. Okay, so you see here, Kennen walks right through the Kha'Zix and Anivia and just straight up dies. And now, here, this is a large part where I come into play. It looks like Anivia is getting caught, and my ult, it doesn't really do, it doesn't win us a fight, but it just straight up resets the fight. Everyone's blowing cooldowns, no one really gets anything out of it. So the Monsoon this is why Janna has such a high win rate, is her ability to just straight up reset fights. Like, just, you're not gonna win this fight, where you just decide, okay, we're not winning this fight, so let's not have this fight, so you ult. And like, once you get good at making calls on Janna's ult, winning team fights becomes so much easier. And that's another reason why Jen is really good, a really good champion to play from behind, because just the sheer amount, she has so much utility and appeal. Okay, so here we have Anivia got caught. They blew a lot of cooldowns in her. Kha'Zix managed to kill Alistar, but here Anivia dies. Ashe's getting ready to go in. And here, okay, so Twitch has already got a double. And Ashe was just sitting there tanking the entire team for no reason. Lee Sin's sitting on enemy ward. And so Rimbur's flash wasn't really necessary, but now Twitch has a quadra kill. Takes first tower. Do this Talon Gale just to push the wave back, just to delay them a bit. Now Twitch actually preemptively flashes, thinking that he might just be able to make the penta, I guess. It's a pretty bad move in his part, and our goal is now to punish Riven and Twitch for not having flashes up, so as long as I time my ult, our next team fight should be fairly easy. Okay, the enemy's going to be securing another dragon. We can't really do much about it. We're just currently pushing a bit towards mid, just seeing what we can do. And I'm just recalling. I'm going to be buying Emblem of Valor. Okay, here's where we make a really bad call. Lisa makes the call to go on to Alistar, and that team's just sitting there waiting, and Alistar's the worst target for us to initiate onto. Besides maybe, and just maybe Nala. So they pick off Lee Sin, and okay, Nivea gets a nice Wola. And generally, in this enemy team situation, I would have done two things. I would have just straight up committed push while Lee Sin was dead, and try and push out the wave towards the tower, or I would have gone straight away to Baron with no delay. Now, because they waited too long, this gives Nivea enough time to recall, and here's where bad Baron plays come into mind. This is going to show what happens, what can happen in solo queue if you do not coordinate, and do not all focus on the same thing. Here, Alice is so focused on using his oracles to clear wards that he's getting caught. He takes so much damage, so this 3v5 is already a 3v4. So this would have been such an easy fight for them, and here's where it starts to get worse. As you see, okay, it's a 3v4, but Cannon's just solo tanking Baron. So it's now a 3v3, it's support, and now it's a 3v2 because Nautilus is continuing to do Baron. It's our Kha'Zix, Ashe, and Janna versus Twitch, Riven, but now Anivia is here. So we've just turned what a 3v5 is into essentially a 4v2. We now clean up Kennen and we clean up Nautilus, and Nautilus doesn't even get the Spine Baron. So we just went 4 for 2 with Lee Sin coming up. We went 4 for 0, I mean, with Lee Sin coming to make it a 5 for 0. We just went in 3v5, got Baron, and aced them without losing a single champion. And this is where we just start to shove. We want to get mid. We just get the tower. And Anivia got another tower. And let's see, yeah, we're just going to be shoving bot right now. And me and Kaz were shoving bot more to pick off Twitch than anything else. And then just recalling as we got the kill on Twitch and buying. And I'm just getting a nice stack of wards. And yeah, we're all running to mid because there's an open inhibitor. And just queuing Nautilus just to get a slight amount of damage on. Just making sure he can't recall, because if he was recalling at full health, he obviously wanted to buy an item. And we don't want to just let the enemy you don't want the enemy to buy when they choose to buy. You want them to buy or heal up when you choose them to do it. Okay, so we're team fight. I'm the one getting ulted by Nautilus, surprisingly. Leeson was just tanking the entire team. Kaz is coming to clean up Cannon, and I flash ult Nautilus and Alistair into Ash, which normally would be a bad idea, but literally all the damage was separated from those two, and the rest were too far to be able to respond, which means Ash just cleans Ashen and Nivea, and then Kha'Zix later just melt them, and Cannon just has to recall, and Riven and Twitch couldn't really do anything. And so yeah, we got that in Hev. And then we managed to pick up Cannon due to Tornado and Kha'Zix jumping, as well as the Ash Arrow. And then we knock up Riven, and we get some autos and some slows. Then even more, the enemy team's so greedy. It's just Twitch, Alistair, and Twitch, Alistair, and Nautilus, and they go all, and we pick up Alistair, and then they see a low life Janna, and Nautilus just tunnel visions in this 2v1 when he has no damage in his items, so we just kill him. And then we're getting ready to back off because Cannon's up, but before I do, I make sure to place exactly 8 wards here because we want to know where they are. Vision is absolutely key to winning, so if I have 8 wards right there, if we team fight there, our chances of winning have been increased 8-fold. So you know we're gonna win with odds like that. And so we're just preparing to push bot now, just because there's no point in going mid now because the inhibitor's down, which some people can occasionally forget when they just don't want to do. I was actually waiting here despite us having the appropriate vision, simply because if they were going to try and flank us, I was waiting to just Helen Gale or Zephyr, whatever I need to do just to delay the effort, so it would basically be, hey, if team fight would go, it'd be a 4v3 and me 1v2. I could die, I wouldn't even care because the rest of the team would be dead by the time Cannon could get there. And even if Cannon if Cannon would ult, I would just ult him anyway. He doesn't even have his Zhonya's yet, so I have no reason to be afraid of him. And yeah, we grab the tower. Ashe flashes in. And we're going all in. I managed to ult the Cannon, delaying his ult from doing anything, and we just go 5 for 1, so that's basically game. So thank you everyone for watching. This was Yknits with the first video of the general support guide, Establishing Dominance. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a good night.